What's up, everybody? Crazy H here, and here is the second part to that 2-pack from Transformers. The Studio Series line, Transformers Devastation. We are now looking at the Ground Soldier, and this is from More Than Meets the Eye collection. So we already did the box, so we could skip that, so we could go right into the figure. So this is the Run-Amok Roundabout mold. Now it's just done in a light blue and an orange. So here's a quick spin of the figure so you can see him. I think there's a better way of doing that. I'm not too sure though. But anyway, that was a quick spin. Now take a look at that head sculpt. Visor with a silver plate, black helmet. You can see the car wheels behind him. You got the Decepticon logo front and center with the cell-shaded orange windows for the car. It's the only thing that's cell-shaded. It's my biggest beef with the Devastation line. It's not cell-shaded enough. It's like a dark purplish blue. Like a dark purple on a light blue. With his feet, which is the car. The front of the car is his feet. Got some good detailing though. Oh no. I always thought that was a face on his crotch. Kind of looks like it. I can't unsee that now. And now either can you. Behind him, which is weird. He's got a blacked out oh my god, brain fart. Oh, black rear window, and then the front and the sides all orange. Very inconsistent, for shame, and a huge hollowed legs in the back. So that's the bot mode. Now let's take a look at his accessories. Only comes with one, and it's a sword. It comes with a black hilt. Got some nice detailing on this side. And then a nice silver blade. But that's the only thing it comes with. So, but you do have options with this sword. And get creative, right? It's got a peg, so you could do this if you wanted to. You could put it there like that. Have an arm blade. Of course, you could do it the traditional way. Pop it in like that. And you can hold this. And then, of course, you know, for weapon stores, you could just take it and put it right here. You might have to put it on an angle because it looks like it's going to hang down a little too low. So you might want to put it on an angle. Plus, it always looks better visually like that, I guess. Maybe. I don't know. What do you think? But yeah, those are the options you have with his weapon. No guns, just that. Let's do some comparisons. So here he is with his mold mates. Here he is with Runabout and Run-Amok. So you can see how all three they look together. Not too bad. I don't know about the blue though. I don't know how I'm feeling about this blue. I really don't. Next to his buddy that he was packaged with. This is the Elite Seeker. Right? Am I getting that right? Yeah, I got something right for a change. Here he is with the Elite Seeker. A very underwhelming Optimus Prime from Devastation as well. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so that was robot mode for the Ground Soldier. This is from the 2-pack from the Studio Series More Than Meets the Eye collection, and also from Transformers Devastation. This is a direct remold and repaint, a slight remold I should say, but a heavy repaint of the Roundabout and Run-Amok mold. The head sculpt is the only thing remolded. Everything else is the same. Of course, you know, he's this weird white, blue, purple on orange color combo. You know, he comes with a one accessory, and it's a painted sword, which is nice. I like how they have the silver on black. They normally don't paint their weapons, so this is really, really good. They did with both of the figures, which is really nice. My only gripe is that the cell shading is only on the windows over here and over here, and then there's an inconsistency. Why isn't this orange? Why is this black? You know, horrible laziness of Hasbro. But it is a good mold. Of course, you know, they're re-releasing. Which one is it? Is it Run-Amok? that's out in Walmart now, so you could probably pick him up, which is really cool. And as for this figure, you know, the only blaring issue is this back of his legs is hollowed out. But besides that, it's a pretty cool figure. If you can, I would wait. You know, I think Target has sales and stuff and coupons. That's what I did to get the 2-pack. So if you're, you know, if you have the card and all that, you could get a good deal on them at Target. Anyway, that's it for this video. Coming up next is the transformation. See you soon. All right, let's start the transformation. First thing you want to do, of course, remove the accessory. Take the sword off. One of the easiest things you could do right now if you wanted to, take the fist and just fold them in. So you just get that out the way. Very simple, right? Then you want to take them by the waist and spin them around like that. Turn this around, and then what you want to do is you want to put the feet, you want to peg them together. There's a slot here and a peg and slot on both sides. Just line those up, put them together like that. So you have this look going on. You might want to try to keep these even. Then you want to spin them back around this way. And now you want to bring this whole lower section and you want to bring it up over here, almost like how they do the Combiner Wars transformation on the legs. You want to bring it up and then bring it in like this. So he looks like his G1 toy now. So then you want to take these pieces and then fold them in, and now you got the front end of the car all done. So before I even go even further, I did have this mistransformed. As you can see, it's supposed to be layered on top of each other and have this look going on. I had this pretty much just really badly done, so it's supposed to be layered on top of each other like that. My bad. Now, what you want to do is you want to open up the chest piece. Move the arms out the way. Bring it as far out as you could, and then just take the head and dip it in, and then close it back up. Now for the arms, you want to take them and you just want to spin them at the forearm like this, where the peg is showing up top. So you want to do that on both sides. Now you want to come around here, you want to open up this, and this is tight on all of them, on all 3 of them that I have. This is very tight, but you want to bring it out like this. As you can see, bring it away from the body, so you can bring up the arms like so on both sides, and you want to bring the arms up. Now, because when you twist them, then you have the side panels for the rest of the car, and there's a peg and port on both sides where you merge the two and then snap them together to form the side of the car. You want to come up here. You got the 2 wheels that are in there. You want to fold these out like that. And then you want to take this piece, you want to bring it down. Well, you want to bring this forward, and you want to bring this back. And if you do it right, everything should just line up and snap into place. The biggest problem with this mold is that getting this window to tab in cleanly and to stay down. As you can see, it's popped up right here a little bit of a lip. I don't know, all 3 of them have that same problem. But here it is, all completely transformed into his alt mode. That is the transformation for the ground soldier for this guy. Alright folks, let's go over his alt mode. So here it is. It's a very sporty looking car. It is something that's a little weird about it, and I'm going to get into it in a minute. Let's take a look at it. Here it is from the top and the bottom. You have the fake hood roof right there. Got the Decepticon logo right down the door on both sides. You even got a door handle. Got those on both sides. You do have a black bumper, tail lights, and exhaust on this side, and a spot for a license plate. The front end, unfortunately, these were not painted the same colors, but it is what it is. You got the cell shaded only right here, unfortunately. Only on the front windshield, nothing on the sides. And then here's the thing that kind of bothers me, and I didn't realize it at first, but why is the back of the windshield black and everything else is orange? That's just lazy. Shameful on them. Shameful on Hasbro. Here are the rims. They're done all in black as well. But, and it rolls really good. So now, according to the Transformers Bible that I've been using, oh crap, what's his name? Is this Runabout or Runamuck? I don't know. One was a Lotus. I believe he was supposed to be a Lotus in the G1 alt mode. And he was supposed to be a Firebird in the alt modes. I could maybe see the Lotus in this thing, but not a Firebird. Not at all. Maybe a Lotus. If I squint. I don't know. But yeah, for the alt mode, according to the G1 book, that's what they were supposed to be. And since he's a remold or a reissue of those two, or repaint, whatever you want to call it, I don't see either. Then again, I don't see it in those two either. But anyway, that's enough babbling on that. Let's do some comparisons. Before we do comparisons, let's talk about his weapon. Can it be stored on the car mode? Yes, it can. And it's not clean at all. You could put it right here, which I hate that kind of weapon storage on these. I kind of wish it hides away. Generations did a good job of doing that. These guys, they just put a port there and say, hey, just peg it in. Who cares what it looks like? But yeah, that was weapon storage. It's the only spot for it too, because looking around, there's no other ports but the top one. So yeah, that sucks. All right, now let's go into comparisons. Car show of all three of them together. This is the best one, the black on the red. I think this one pops the most, and even with the rims. But you can see how all three look together. You know, pretty cool. Here he is with his box mate, Elite Seeker, meet Ground Soldier. Last but not least, here he is with Devastation, Optimus Prime, and the scaling is way off. I mean, it's always going to be off with these guys, but this is just, yeah. So that was my look at, I just went blank. Studio Series Ground Soldier from the Devastation video game. These are meant to be like troop building figures that you could buy a bunch of them if you wanted to, if you have the wallet, and you know, have a bunch of these running around with the Elite Seekers. As for this mode, very clean. Everything sticks together. Once you figure out how to get this thing to snap down, mine doesn't do all the way, but you know, it's a really cool looking car mode. I do like it. I do like how it looks. Again, my only gripe, which I've been saying since Elite Seeker, is that the whole thing is not cell shaded, just one part of this. And for this, it's only this windshield. The sides aren't even done. And then this thing just is bugging me too now that I look at it. And why isn't it orange? Now maybe Toy Hacks will come out with some stickers for all this and make it cell shaded, but it's not cell shaded like it should be from the video game. And every time if I do keep buying this subline in Studio Series, I'm going to keep saying it. I know it's like beating a dead horse actually. But anyway, that's it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed it. Stay safe, stay healthy, and enjoy your toys. Crazy 8s is out.